Okay, so I'm back on 2011 Ford Explorer. Um, but this time I'm going to tell you why you should buy this Explorer you are looking at, especially the V6. Remember the previous video on the Ford Explorer? I told you guys why you shouldn't buy. So that's coming from a technician perspective. But now I'm going to tell you why you should buy as just a normal car user. Since after all, you're not the one to do the repairs. All you need is give someone to the vehicle to repair, and then you pay. So you really don't need to worry about how strenuous or stressful that will be, and you can actually prevent having some of these issues, or be able to prevent it from failing actually, or at least getting to a point where it becomes a big issue. So okay, one of the reasons to buy the V6 Ford Explorer is the look. The exterior look makes a lot of sense. It looks much better than the smaller Ford Edge. So yeah, it makes sense. Um, if you're into SUV, this will be the best vehicle, or one of the best to buy, irrespective of the issues that I mentioned in the previous video. After all, each other vehicle that does not have its own issues. They all do. It all depends on the one you can live with. So I'm going to explain how you can be able to um uh, manage these issues, or use the vehicle, and you could still enjoy the ownership. So yeah, the exterior look makes sense, and so no need to go back to them. So one of the reasons to buy this vehicle. So another thing is the interior. It makes a lot of sense, but like I said, this radio, for what most technicians are saying, tends to have issues. So what might be a permanent solution to this is just put the Android. I believe I haven't even checked, but I mean, which other car now, a modern vehicle that does not have an Android display available online, you could buy and install, made for the particular vehicle you are driving or in question. As I can't think of any vehicle now that does not have Android. You can mount Android display, radio you can mount, and it will communicate well with the entire vehicle. Might be one or two functions that may not work with the Android, that only originally work with the car stock radio or display, but I mean such ones can be insignificant. So that might be a permanent solution, or most likely there's another upgraded factory one you could buy and mount, and that solve the problem. So that shouldn't be a big deal. Like I said, even if you buy this vehicle and your own is working well, of course, most of the functions here, remember these are 2011 design, so they're already dated. So you want something probably um, you could use, Bluetooth. I don't know if this one has, maybe have some CarPlay, Android Auto, so most are you end up, so what I realized is, it doesn't matter how new or recent vehicle is, and the entertainment system on the vehicle, you always end up needing to change to Android at some point, because those radio might not be able to live up to expectation anymore, and you have something better you could put. So yeah, so that shouldn't be um, a reason not to buy one, since there's a permanent solution. Um, the next one is the exhaust fume coming in. This one you can always solve it. Like I said, one of the places they suggested that could be exhaust fume could be going in from is this rubber here. If you start to press in or weaken, you can replace them. Then there's a rubber here at both points that could say sometimes it could become weak or start to degrade, or you could remove and change them, or put something there that would be much better, or seal off that place completely. I really don't know what the reason for that hole there, but if it's not really serving any purpose, then seal it off. I mean, which can easily be done. You might not need to spend anything. All you need is get someone, maybe a panel beater, and have it handled. I don't know what that thing does anyway. That's That could be a reason why you put it there. But then, if it's not really that important, then seal it. That should solve the problem. Or probably there's other places. Or check. There could be people who have located where that thing actually go into the car from the exhaust fume, and you address it, give a permanent solution, and that's solve the problem. So not a big reason. Now, this one, yeah, could be a big reason not to, but you still can. Now, that is for those who still want to buy a all-wheel drive. Remember, I said if you can avoid it, the ones with the all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive will be a better, will make more sense, because some of these, if not all, I don't know, but I'm just saying for 2011, the transfer case for the all-wheel drive, they didn't have drain plug or oil filler plug for the, to service this transfer case. So over time, the oil starts leaking or, degrade, and then the gears inside will grind and damage. If you must be that all-wheel drive, then I will recommend, if you are buying, check whether the previous owner have replaced it with the upgraded or the improved one that will have that drain plug, so that you could just service it just like you service your engine, your differential, or gearbox. Every maybe 10,000 kilometer or thereabout, you drain the oil, put a fresh oil, and keep it running in good condition. So that's what you could look at. Check whether the one there most likely has been replaced if you're buying one, because no longer new. This is an old, 2011, so you can tell it's an old car. As much as it still looks very, very new in terms of modern look. Find that it most likely has been replaced from what technicians are saying. So if you see anyone that is still running on the road, it most likely has been replaced, unless the vehicle wasn't used since 2011, maybe only few kilometers and back. So in that case, most likely what you have there is the improved one that you can service. If it's not there, check. If we still have the old one, then we could work towards getting the improved one, mount it, and then close the case. So that's it. Now, with the 3.5 V6 engine, like I said, there are two things that were mentioned attached on the engine that could tend to fail, like the motorized throttle body. They said very cheap. You don't need even a technician to change it for you. It's very easy to change. Anybody can change it. This is it. So you can buy. I don't know. As of time, I was listening, I think one of the videos I was listening to, a technician to explaining, said at that time, was it 2 years ago, said about $80 or $100, brand new one, not that expensive. Probably a little bit more, who knows? Those who live in the United States of America might know better. So they recommend new ones. So even those of us that drive Peugeot, there are one or two Peugeot models that also suffer fate like this, which is the 2.2 liter EW12J4 petrol engine. Yeah, they tend to suffer motorized throttle body or electronic throttle body issue, most likely just like this. I don't know at what degree, how often this one fails, but EW12 also is known for that. And my advice for years, I've only been to anyone buying this engine in any Peugeot vehicle or any Peugeot vehicle with that engine, always have a spare one. Buy a new one and keep, so that if it happens, maybe on a journey, you can always swap it in, and it serve you, who knows, another thousands or hundreds of thousands of kilometers, who knows, before it fails. Though the 3FY version of the EW12 tends to last longer, the motorized autobot, than the 3FZ motorized autobot. Don't quote me. Not that you can't quote me. What I'm saying is, it might not be in all cases, but I know from my own experience and observation, yeah, the 3FY version hardly have issues compared to 3FZ that I know numerous of them I've worked on or replaced by myself, or owners complained and ended up replacing. So that's it. So you could do the same here. Then the next one is evap system. It's just like a valve, a small solenoid. I think it's around here. I don't really remember what it looks like, but I know somewhere. Put it. It's around here behind the throttle body or something. Yeah, I mean, if it fails, you change it. Just it's not that easy. It's not that difficult to replace. But I don't think it will be expensive part too. Just a minor, one small thing. So can easily replace it with first. One of the symptoms, like they said, is non-start or hard start where but they were emphasizing you have more of non-start issue. So that will tell you if that is the cause. So that could be the cause, I mean. So, like I said, I'm giving you solutions to the problem, peculiar issues that Ford Explorer V6 2011 have, so that you can now solve it, be able to enjoy your vehicle. So now to the main issue that that was to me a turn off in the last video. This is the water pump. It's a very bad design. Water pump put inside uh, timing chain chamber to be driven by the timing chain. Very poor, bad design. So, but it doesn't mean that you know that you can't be able to use this engine and the servo and the wound and that it's not a must you must lose your engine because of this. My point is, it can also prevent it from damaging your engine. All you need to do, let's assume now I buy, let's assume, even though, like I say, I'm not into SUV, so all I'm telling you is I'm not trying to uh, make you think that I actually have interest in buying one. No, I'm just telling you from a technical point that these issues shouldn't be a major fact for you not to buy because it can be solved. So what I would do is if I buy this car, just like you do, or what I recommend or also do on my own cars, if I buy any vehicle or replace engine for anybody, first thing I do is to change the timing kit, auxiliary belt kit. I change the timing belt or timing auxiliary belt, then check the other components that works with the belt. Anyone found weak will be replaced. So if I'm buying this car, knowing that this is a chain, so no need to actually bother changing the chain. Then at least it will make sense to say, okay, you know what? I don't care what the condition of the water pump in the on the engine or inside the engine in this case. I'll just look for a genuine original one. Get an original one or high quality one. Replace it. It will just be like what people that drive vehicle with timing belt, what they do at preventive maintenance. You replace it even though they might still look new, but you do it preventive maintenance so that the next 4 years you have peace of mind. So why not do it in this case? So if that would be the only the main preventive maintenance you carry out on your vehicle every once in a while to protect the engine, why not? Even if the water pump is still good, just replace it knowing that probably it has aged. So maybe a few more kilometers it might start leaking. So get rid of it. Get the original new one. Do the work, remove it. Like I said, the annoying part is the replacement. Since you're not the one doing that, why should that be your headache? You could drop your vehicle with your mechanic the next day or in the evening, or like I said, the next day, you come and pick your car and pay your bill. I mean, all you need to do is pay that bill, you know. And maybe in the next 5 years or more, or 100,000 kilometers or so, you are covered. I mean, water pump now they don't actually fail like that. Water pump can actually last you over 100,000, if not close to 300,000. I'm telling you, I have my project cars. I know how many years the water pump and kilometers the water pump in my cars are run. It's only my 505 VC that actually have replaced the water pump. Not because it was leaking, but because I parked the vehicle for a long time. Then the you know bearing failed. Became rusty. So as it was spinning, it was just making noise. So it didn't work. It didn't fail. like stopped circulating water. It was still there. I still have it, kept it somewhere, but just the bearing was that the noise was just unbearable. So I had to buy a new one. So that's the thing. So other than that, my other cars, the other pump are still there. Same one car came with. So doesn't mean yours start leaking tomorrow. So but my point is, if this is the only thing that will save your engine, or you all have to deal with it, then do it once. Use the car 5 years, 100,000, 50 to 100,000 kilometers, and maybe do it again. So if that's the only major preventive maintenance or you'll be doing on the engine to enjoy this, why not? Like I said, pay someone else. If someone else is doing that, all of the things I've said concerning this as a bad design, it's not a problem to me. That's what I'm saying. It's only those of us who are technicians who will have to do it ourselves. Like, come on, you know, this shouldn't have been. You shouldn't have put this in there because it makes it more stress. Because I know what it means to remove to strip timing chain components that it works with. I mean, it's not compared to timing belt chamber. This one is a whole lot of work. So most times it might even be easier to drop the engine, remove the engine off the ground, unlike the ones with timing belt. So if it takes, even if you have to remove engine to do it properly, why not? But it can be done anyway inside the vehicle in the engine bay. So or at least be on the lookout. If you notice any sign that your water level has dropped lower than it should, then you'll be checking your water, no, your dipstick, engine oil dipstick, to be sure that the color of your oil, this thing is not changing. Color of the oil has not started changing to milk color or any other color, or especially the color of the coolant you are using. And also there's they design the water pump to the point that there's a side part of the water pump that when it start leaking, for example, they did in such a way that the coolant will not leak from here, from the side, like the other water pump, normal water pump, yeah, after time so it can leak from here, but not necessarily. Where they usually leak sometimes from here, but still it's possible if the seals become weak. Yeah, they do, like the ones in TSP engines. Yeah, they do leak by the side. When the seals become too depressed and or becomes hard, they won't be able to see those spaces. So they put something where the coolant, instead of flowing out, to go into the block and come out from one side. So you can actually see it from there. Now, I don't know the position where that hole is, where the coolant is supposed to come out from. I don't know. But it's done in such a way that if it's leaking there, it will come through there. So that once you see the color of the coolant there, then the water pump is leaking. But like I say, if it's for this side, then you don't need to wait for it. If you put the original new one, you are done for a very long time. I mean, you can choose to maybe use the opportunity. It might not necessarily be the chain. Maybe chain. When it comes to timing, engine with timing chain, as long as you are using the recommended oil or high quality oil, and you won't really bother so much about the chain. All you need to do is with the tensioner. Tensioner, that's what once in a while you may have to replace. So while you are changing your water pump, you just also change your tensioner at the same time. The chain guide can break, but most times not really. All this, like I said, use the right oil. If you start using wrong oil, it tends to affect all those because it's hard rubber or plastic, kind of hard plastic. So if you don't use over time, they will start breaking. The oil might have effect. One thing I know about oil is they tend to have effect on sales, rubber. If you start mixing different oils or use the wrong oil, so it will affect anything plastic, rubber, that it passes to or touches. So use the good oil so that this one seems to be metal anyway, the chain guide. Unless maybe there are other parts of it that are plastic. Anyway, so what can I say about this? I'll tell you this. Even with this let's assume, even though I say this is a big turn off for me, I wouldn't buy this car because number one, it's not manual. Number two, I don't. In fact, number one, SUV. No, I'm not into SUV at all. I don't. As much as I may see some like how they look and the rest. Not, no, no, no. For me, I have no desire at all for SUV. So that's number one. Number two, no manual transmission. So this engine possesses a lot of power that is, interests me. But man, the point that it's automatic, no, no, no for me. So, but let's assume even with this bad design of this water pump of the engine, let's assume they put it on this. Let's assume they put that 3.5 liter V6 engine, naturally aspirated with six. Of course, this one course is 6-speed manual transmission as well. Let's assume they put it on this car. I don't even care, even if they lie, let them put the water pump right in the middle of the engine that you have to remove crankshaft to access it. Yeah, I will buy this car. I will buy with that engine. Yes, telling you. I don't care, as in, as long as it possess that kind of power, naturally aspirated, not to be charged with manual transmission. I will, unless maybe money becomes a problem, the purchase cost, if not, yeah, I'm getting the vehicle. So that's what I'm saying. So yes, I said earlier the engine, no, big no for me, but worst case I will give it to somebody else. I'm a technician, I can change it, but hey, let somebody else deal with it. I will give the pay off the person, let him suffer that headache. You know, just like every other car user will do, or do. So I hope that probably have encouraged you, if you want to buy one. It's a very good looking car. I'm going to be honest. The interior makes a lot of sense. I know I've shown you guys here before. The car is modern looking. Where is it? Yeah, I mean, look at the design. Even though this is a rear seat, that normally those two rear seat they hardly design them well, but I mean, they really tried. The stereo makes sense. Um, so, but what I'll tell you is, let's look at the rear view. Makes sense. It looks much better than Ford Edge, much better. Just that it's much bigger and consumes more fuel. So, if your priority is less fuel consumption, forget about this car. Unless you go for even the one with 2.0 liter turbocharged engine, it still consumes a little bit higher compared to cars like 508. So that's what I'm saying. If your priority is less fuel consumption, not this car. So I say consider it as an SUV. But the power is impressive. I mean, as big as it is, wow, it's still very quick. The power. I wish they put this engine like in a Peugeot vehicle car. Wow. I still don't like the engine design, but there are some vehicle they might put it in. I'm like, you know what? Even if it's for a while, let me have that experience. Okay, so hope this makes sense.